So we're out here for the first time in quite a while on Vurhonga Savanna multiplayer, and I thought, for this return trip, let's go back in time a little bit and bring the weapons that we were using when Vurhonga came out. Now, I'm taking a little liberty here. Weapon Pack 2 dropped not long after Vurhonga, and I feel like we carried this 9.3, the drilling rifle, and the Mosin for hundreds of hours on this map, so it only seemed appropriate to bring those. Then we have the 223, and of course, the 22 Virant did come with Weapon Pack 1, so it was available at the time as well. You may have noticed there, I don't have the Odin Scope, I've got the Argus. The only thing that's kind of new that we're bringing on the Hyperion, I do have the kind of custom reticle, because, let's be honest, it's nice to hit what we're aiming at. And starting out with a little Springbuck here, perfect for the Mosin. Something to keep in mind, by the way, Springbuck are bugged. Level 5 score like silver right now, so not going to be something we're actively targeting. But, just like it used to all those years ago, dropping that in its tracks with the Mosin. And so, one shot, one kill, in one trip down memory lane. First kill today is a somehow still black-brown, these really should probably be called copper, Springbuck. 49 scoring silver, which, like I said, about the same as the diamond score right now, or should be diamonds. Her ducks flying over, which, not that they existed on Vurhonga back in the old days, but if we get a chance at one, we will go for it. And I mean, when else are we going to do this? We got some scrub hair taken off, we've got 16 gauge burst shot in the drilling gun. Just going to go ahead and take that one out. Probably the only scrub hair we'll shoot today, so going to do that, and also, so that we don't shoot like a Cape Buffalo with it, swap back to the rifle barrel. This guy's just a little 3.35 silver. Decent shot at 40 meters. By the way, it is a little after 8 a.m. in the server, so Wildebeest are just kind of like ending drinking. Gonna hit this lake, see if there's any there. Then Cape start, and there's something I want to do when we get the opportunity that we probably haven't done in 5 years. So not much in the way of monster Wildebeest here. That one's not drinking. They're done at 9, so I actually don't know what he's doing, but that's 230. One of the big downfalls carrying the 9.3 today, 150 is our max zero range, so probably not going to have a whole lot of super long range shots, but that's 200. I think we can probably manage that, way a little high. Wouldn't be shocked if it drops, because Wildebeest's spinal cord hitbox is for some reason ridiculous. I don't know if it's going to be spinal cord, but he did indeed drop. Ooh, that's a better one. Big 4 out there, so we'll give that a try. But first things first, let's see where we hit this so we have an idea. That was Vital Blood. Yep, hit spinal cord despite being way below it. Pretty much anything like in here, it's somehow spinal cord. And that's the second, you know, kind of like random little thing outside the Springbuck horns bug, because that's a separate thing that I think just cropped up with the Ski Ridge update. Couple of random bugs that have been on Vurhonga Savanna for years and years, and that is one thing. Someday down the road, when these animals get redone, and hopefully they do, because they've redone so many other maps and so many other species, man, it would really bring this map back to life. Anyway, see if we can get this guy. That might be a heart shot drop. I heard Widgeon again. Oh, they're way above us. So definitely a chance at diamond. I think diamond's 37.6. 37.2, 37.69 is the requirement. Heart and double lung, so at least no spinal cord this time, and I guess it's amazing it didn't hear that, because we shot the other one standing somewhere right over in there. So it's 8:55 now. They're going to be done drinking. Let's kind of like loop down and around. We'll work our way down into this area for Cape Buffalo to do the thing I talked about, but make like a nice wide loop, check all the open meadows and stuff. Man, are you serious? That is a beige Gemsbok? Haven't seen one of them in forever. That's actually a rare. Speaking of, you know, back in the old days, would have been an uncommon if we were out here on Vurhonga Savanna in, say, 2019. But, 100 meters away, see if we can manage to do a heart shot with this. So, gonna 0 for 100. Basically, they have a target on their bodies. The transition here between the dark color and the light color is the heart. Thing is, it's not a perfect broadside angle, so we gotta be back. Didn't quite get the hearts. Did we get a lung? We did. Let's see how close that was. That's really cool, though. Already, a rare Gemsbok out here. And this is, Vurhonga is one of the few maps you can do this, where we're trying to go basically from here to here. But we're going to take a nice big loop, cover like 3-4 kilometers, something like that. It's so open, and there's animals feeding pretty much all day. It's one of the things I do love about hunting this map. you don't have to just focus on the drink zones. Yes, we shot some wildebeest at their drink zones. Yes, we're going to Cape Buffalo drink zones after a while, but you can do this and be really successful. So many of our trophy kills on Vurhonga Savanna over the years have been going from lake to lake, finding something that happens to be feeding, resting, whatever, somewhere in between. So, rare Gemsbok as whatever this is, kill number 5-ish for the day. We had to be right in there next to the heart. 244 silver. Oh, we were too far forward still. Almost missed. Good thing we did aim back. It could have gotten into the heart. Would have been iffy though if we actually hit all the way back here. That is, I really love the beige coloration. All the rare Gemsbok we've gotten, like, since these other colors have become rare, are like this size. Small, mid-sized silver, but they still look really cool. Gonna tax that probably for the second trophy lodge. Love to see that. Hey, if we could, we had that Gemsbok grind going on, if we could find a diamond male somehow out here, that would be fantastic. Well, feels like we're gonna have to try to take that. 34 to 39 gold level 4 wildebeest. It's about 220, we just did that, so I think we can probably manage it. Just keep that up around like the spine. That didn't drop him, but it did get lungs, so I guess we got underneath the enormous spinal cord hitbox. I would love what that guy would make it. We've got our fair share of gold fur diamond wildebeest, but it's cool every single time. By the way, slowly but surely making our way down to where we're headed. As for this guy, 36.73, so he's way shy actually. Lung and liver that time? Yeah, right down there, kind of center of the lungs. You know what, that's not even the right horns. I thought when I looked at him, it didn't have like that sort of wavy part. I didn't know you could get a max estimate wildebeest without those horns. He's barely max. I mean, 265 to 290 is the max. Good to know. So it looks like we've got plenty of capes down here. Nothing real special on that side. Got a couple of brown fur type ones over here. I think there's a few more places. Yeah, there's a whole herd. Nothing there. I think they can drink down in this corner too, so we're going to check that as well. But if you have been playing Call of the Wild for probably less than about 5 years, you might not even be aware. Things entirely changed sometime early 2020. There was an entirely different scoring system, integrity was different, and basically, you could use any weapon on any animal, ethically, so long as it was below the max. Meaning, for a Cape Buffalo, you could use a 22, and you would pass the integrity bonus. It obviously no longer works that way with the weapon classes and stuff, but back then, using the Mosin and brain shotting a Cape Buffalo was very much a thing, and I want to try that because we haven't done it forever. So we've got in nice and close. That's the best cape in here, I think, a max estimate 7. And the way that we used to do this back then was shoot them while their head was down drinking. So, gonna zero this for 75. And they kind of move back and forth as you can see, so timing it up is interesting. And we'll see if we can actually manage to do it. That is a better one, that's a mythical, but the angle on the 7's better, so we'll try to do that. See if he'll swing back our way. Did that get the brain? It didn't. I think we might have hit too low. So now it's going to be, at least he's aggressive, so we can still save it. Going to be a 9.3 opportunity. That's a vital hit, so at least we'll get to see what happened. And I kind of want to try it again now because we missed it. I'm very confident it can still be done, but clearly out of practice after all these years. So what did we actually do here? Oh, maybe. No, we're just a smidge too low. So almost aim right there at the bottom of the horns. Should be very much possible. So obviously a silver now. Double lung, and of course, you know, in case it wasn't obvious, there was also no harvest check for like damaged trophy organ. So shooting animals in the head, anything like that, was perfectly fine prior to the new system. So that one's gonna go down here in a second as well. There we go. Getting to do a little extra Cape Buffalo hunting then. And why? Ow. Okay. Why don't we? Looks like that's getting hit. We could always just go to this lake. Usually a good spot. Now the wind here is not good. There should be a mythical Cape Buffalo up there, and I mean, this is more about the experiment, but hey, if we can get a mythical instead. Okay, can we somehow do this? I don't even know what direction it's facing. Well, that's cool. What the... What is he doing? It was because I was auto-walking, I think. Oh my god. I have seen weird things with the drilling rifle in the past when you get dead. But it's with the gun, or like how you hold it in first person after. I've never seen whatever's happening there. I wish I could make this text thing go away. Oh my goodness. Alright then. Oh, my chest hurts. Cape Buffalo are almost done drinking. We might need to try to shoot one feeding or something. It wasn't even the drilling rifle. I don't know then. That was just weird. So we're coming charging in here because it's late. And if you think about what we're doing there, trying to shoot a Cape Buffalo that's drinking, the reason is you kind of almost get that upward angle, or downward angle, into the brain. And from being up above this one, we could get something similar. However, it's going to be kind of difficult to do that considering he is moving. So let's try to find like a gap through to where we can see him. That might be it there. Then we probably need him to go alert again. In the meantime, we'll sneak a little closer because we're already dealing with about twice the range that I would have liked to, but just sort of, you know, the situation we have. So, I hope this doesn't spook him. It shouldn't. Got him alert. He should have picked his head up a little bit more, I think. I think when he went to warning call, that probably made it so we weren't even close. At least he got stuck, so we could probably find out again. And I guess the next time, maybe we get one that's like sitting still, and it can go better. By the way, for what it's worth, the 9.3 is doing a pretty good job. We've had to hit 3 of them now and no issues, even this one at a little further range. Now, stuck in place definitely helped, but yeah, that was never, I mean, the line's about right. Had his head still been down, but that was never going to happen with him warning calling. Left lung in that stuck spot at 162. And now that they're actually done drinking, we'll probably loop like up and around through this area. We ought to be able to find one feeding or resting somewhere. Oh boy, is it another mythical doing this? Well, we're going to try to brain shot it. There's no way that could be the same one, but it looks awfully similar. I mean, the chances that we somehow miraculously do this are not very high. Although, if we could catch it right when he would do that pause, maybe? Maybe even as he's charging in. Oh, no way! Of all the ways to pull that off. There it is, right through the brain. At a whole 10.7 meters. And finally, I can explain it. Why in the world would we have done that back in the day? As opposed to, let's say, the 338 or 7 mil, whatever. And the reason was, the Mosin's like insanely accurate. And that little bit of a difference could have mattered. Now, if you look at some of the rifles in your inventory, we'll have the, we'll do the 9.3 first. Accuracy rating of 33. 22 is 100. Mosin 64. 223 is 100. Smaller calibers in the game typically are higher accuracy rating, and I really don't know that that matters. I mean, we've taken 400 meter shots with like the 375, no problem. But at least back then, that was kind of viewed of like, let's use the more accurate one. So if we're gonna aim for a small target like the brain, at least we're gonna hit it. Even if it's a smaller caliber, it works at 10 meters or whatever distance we do it at. So, lion drink time, we just spooked a solid mythical out of there. Oh, that angle was decent for a second. He's kind of going back, but if there was ever a gun I don't want to take a quartering shot with, it probably is something in the area of the 9.3. So, will he sort of lean back at all? Now he's like 150. I mean, I guess that, really? That maybe has a chance, but every time we get an angle, he would spin back the other way. I think we got it, but that was not a cooperative lion. But so far, class 9 animals, 9.3 is doing a solid job. That was double lung even. 154 meters, 46.75 scoring mythical. And we might as well go and check the good lake for lions, although a lot of people are over there right now. I'm not at the lake, but, you know, you don't want to just run up on everyone else or something. Maybe we'll kind of veer down this direction and then see if that spot's still open. So we finally made it down here, though we're a little bit late. Got a decent 7, so we'll probably just take that right away. It's already after 1500, I think stuff's going to be leaving, so might as well take advantage of our spot. I would call that taking advantage of it. Dropped him there. See if we see any coming out of there, or just, there should be plenty more. Drinking back around the other side of the lake. Got a 6 there. I think that's the female taking off that we already saw. Another female. There's a 5 male. Level 6 male there. There's a 6 there as well. I mean, they're everywhere. But unfortunately, nothing really all that special. So, might as well take that 6. It's at least kind of in range. We managed 200-meter shots before. Did manage to drop that into the vitals. Did we get or into the heart anyway? Did we get along? I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't. Yeah, he's going down. That might take some tracking, but we're gonna go around that side anyway. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. So all the tracks are gonna go away? I know where that one is. I mean, it's not a huge deal if we don't find it, but there's a 4 up there that we didn't see before. I think it ran that direction. Now, had that been a 9 or a rare or whatever, we could go find it. I mean, obviously, like, our big 7's still laying here. Not a huge deal though. We heart shot that guy at 159. And I think we'll jump back to the trophy lodge then. Now, in here, we've already got a couple of rare Gemsbok, and it's from our Gemsbok grind. And ironically, that beige from back in April of 2024 is about 1 higher than the female that we shot today. So, over on this side, we have a dark fur. And I don't think you can put Gemsbok on that. I mean, we've got a 240 gold there. And a 258 beige on that side. Maybe... oh, there's an empty plaque up there. It's like every video, so I don't even know if I need to explain it at this point. But basically, something like the Gemsbok we shot today, we'll end up harvesting that in a video, placing it there. And then when I go to make the thumbnail, I take it down and move it to another lodge for a screenshot. Then kind of forget to put it back, and empty plaques crop up. And you know, it makes room for future trophies, so I guess it's not that big a deal. But nice to get back on Vurhonga. No, like, insane trophies, but hey, a rare Gemsbok, especially just coming back there using the old-style weapons, even doing, like, an old-timey Mosin brain shot on the Cape Buffalo. That was fun to do that and kind of, you know, walk down memory lane in that sense. But anyway, on that note, that's going to do it for this video. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.